Hello everyone, welcome back to Guvna Rides. I'm getting the Triumph prepared for the BBC rally, which is coming up next weekend. Part of those preparations involved removing the Dart fly screen. I'll tell you all about it right after this. So yeah, as I said, I'm getting ready for the BBC rally, which is coming up July 17th. That's when I head out. I think it's a day earlier than that. Got a hotel up in Boscobel, which is a little bit, I think, west of Blue River, thereabouts, which is where the rally is. So I'm going to be staying in a hotel, riding to the rally, and at night going back to the hotel again. It's going to be, I think, 90 degrees next weekend. I have no intention of camping in a tent in 90-degree weather. That's just me. Anyway, getting back to the fly screen here, it's on the floor at the moment because it's off the bike. When I had this on here, this was the Dart Marlin. This is the taller of the screens. And on my original 120 black, I had a short, very short one. And I thought, well, maybe the taller screen might give me some relief from wind pressure. But I noticed one thing a couple of weeks ago. Now I have this Thor Hellman helmet. I've had this about 1.5 years, and I really don't use it that often. But 2 weekends ago, I decided to wear it and noticed that the wind pressure was trying to lift this helmet clean off of my head. Now, I usually ride with a full face helmet. I've got a modular helmet and a couple of other options. My main helmet for riding, when I'm doing video, has a mic built in, and I'll be wearing that, which is a full face HJC helmet, and I'll be wearing that on the trip. But one thing I noticed too, I get a lot of wind noise in my audio, so I'm starting to put two and two together. Had a little strokey chin moment, like, okay, the wind pressure is trying to pull this off of my head, which I hadn't really noticed before because I haven't worn it very often, and I'm getting audio interference from the wind. Is it the screen? So what I did was, I looked at the adjustment here. Now, if you can see, and I'm trying to keep this video really short because it's like 88 degrees out here, there's very minimal adjustment. You can go back all the way, but it puts too much of a curve on. It looks like an atomic donkey with its ears flat to its head. Or you've got that position here, which is on the edge of the headlight here, which is probably as far forward as you want to go, because I have had this further forward like this, but what happens is then it comes past the line of the headlight and you start to see light coming up here, which on a morning ride in the dark was basically unusable. It was very, very annoying, and it seriously interfered with the road. So where I had it positioned there, I believe, is what was causing that wind draft to try and force that helmet off of my head. So I took the fly screen off and went for a ride. And lo and behold, there was no pressure on the helmet, felt just great. So what I basically did was, by buying this Dart Marlin fly screen for this bike, I created a problem that wasn't there in the first place. So all that being said, the screen is off. I much prefer it without that wind being diverted into my helmet. If you're having some issues that are similar to that, maybe that's the place to start if you've got that screen. I may put a short one on, I may not. You know, for the price of them, I actually think I prefer riding this naked. Behave yourself, missus. The air that you get from this is clean. The air that I was getting from the screen obviously was not what we wanted. It was beating my head around at times, and of course it was trying to push my helmet off. The screen is off. The bike is going to go to the rally like this. I've got some Trip Machine luggage that I've put on, which I'm really looking forward to trying out. I went from Burley brand to these. There's a bit of a story involved on these, and I'll share that maybe at the rally when I've got some time just to put my feet up and shoot some video with bikes all around. I wanted more capacity over the Burley brand bags that I had before, and these definitely do offer that. Quality-wise, yet to be seen. And like I said, there's a backstory to this I'll tell you when we get to it. So all in all, I think the Triumph is ready to go. I have installed a smaller carpy ride. Now I had a 702 before, I've gone down to the 6. The 5 was too small. The 6 I think is just right, because it's about the same size as my cell phone, and I'll show you that. So my cell phone, a Galaxy, I think this is the S24, it's just a hair bigger right here, and I think this is a little bit more practical than having this huge 702 on the Triumph. So we'll see how this works out. I'll show you how all that went together and how I installed it again once I get to the rally. So a little additional segment here. I mentioned Boscobel, and it's actually Boscobel, Wisconsin, and it is the other side of Spring Green. Now, Blue River, Wisconsin is where the BBC, or British Biker Cooperative Rally, is this weekend. And it's an irregular event. It's been going for many, many years. I'm kind of a newcomer. I think this is my third or fourth visit there. And it's just nice to get out there, shoot some video, see some great bikes, talk to some really great people, and have some free beer. So if you're in the area, do stop in. So all that remains to be said is we appreciate you watching, we appreciate the likes and comments, we certainly appreciate you subscribing, but most of all, and most importantly, we appreciate you. Thanks for coming along on the journey with us. If you'd like to see some of the bikes and the whole rally event, I'm going to be videoing it, so please do subscribe. Please do keep an eye on the channel, because that will be coming up soon. If you're interested in how the bike's working out with all the changes that I've done, be happy to share that with you. Take care of yourselves, and if you're riding, do ride well. Cheers.